Hello everyone, welcome back to FTB Basics. This is the Eccentrician, and go ahead and get started with episode 6 here. Just continuing with our IndustrialCraft 2 tutorial here. Now if you'll notice in my inventory I have some things that are very much orange. So first of all, what I've got here is the IndustrialCraft wrench. So yeah, the wrench is going to be very much important in the upcoming bits of the mods, simply because with the wrench you can actually reorient our machines, or actually remove them from the world and get them back into your inventory. So yeah, usually with machines, at least with most of the machines, you can basically just right-click with the wrench to get them up out of the world. Now, if you actually decided to pick them, destroy them with a pick, there is a chance that you actually destroy the machine itself and only get back a machine block, which is a very much a bad thing, especially if you have some of the more advanced machines. It's actually quite painful to see the machine actually go down to a machine block. It's like, man, that would suck. Anyway, yeah, the wrench, it's good stuff for reorientation purposes and all that good stuff. Now, to actually craft the wrench, let's go ahead and bring up the recipe for that. It would require bronze. So the bronze ingot is actually crafted using bronze dust, basically putting the bronze dust into a smelter. To get the bronze dust, you would need to do this: 3 copper dust and 1 tin dust. Of course, the dust you get by macerating the ores of either copper or tin. So yeah, very good stuff. And with that, I need to move on, get some more prep work done, and see about moving forward with the tutorial. Okay, here we are back on our crafting table. Now, I did tell you last episode that I was going to get into some power storage solutions. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You remember the rechargeable batteries, right? So basically what we're going to need is 3 rechargeable batteries. Going to have to surround that with wood for the most part, and get us a copper cable. That'll get us a bat box. Okay, now our bat box is our most basic power storage in IndustrialCraft. Let's go ahead and place that in line with our machines here. Let's go ahead and stuff it right there. Very good. Up and down here. Plop. Okay, cool. Now, I told you that our wrench is important here. So if you notice, there is an orange dot there. So basically what that entails is the single face in this particular bit that outputs power. So yeah, all the other faces in this machine is input. So let me go ahead and crouch and then right click on it again. That'll orient the output slot on the opposite end of where I clicked. And so that's outputting out here to our machines, which is exactly what I want. Otherwise, these here generators, they are inputting into the bat box. So, get over there. Okay. Very good. Now, in the bat box here, you notice it already took some power from some of the machines in line here, which is very good. And this will store 40,000 EU, or electric units. So very good. And our output, as you can see here, is 32 EU per tick. Yeah, so you'll notice the output of this bat box being 32 electronic units per tick. This is actually important in some of the later machines that you're going to build with IndustrialCraft, simply because some of the machines need more power than the bat box can provide. So yeah, which in that case you are going to need some better power storage solutions, as well as some better power transfer solutions. That being said, let's go ahead and go back to our crafting table over here, and let's show you some of the different cables that you have here. First of all, you can do this with 10. This will give you ultra low current cable. That is basically used for draining power from certain input devices, such as generators and whatnot. The ultra low current cable will basically carry, let's see, what was it, 8 EU per tick? I believe so. Yeah, then the copper cable will carry 32 EU per tick. Then you've got gold cable, that basically same recipe as your tin and copper, just 3 gold. And then you've got refined iron as well. You've got your HV cable, that will hold 512 EU per tick. Your gold will transport, let's see, what was it, 256? Quite possibly. And then you've got the glass cable, the glass fiber cable. That will basically transfer the same as your HV cable here, just with more efficiency. So yeah, very good. So yeah, efficiency meaning that these cables actually do attenuate, meaning that they lose power over distance. So yeah, very good stuff there. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and continue. Alright, now that we have our basic power storage, let's go ahead and look at means of actually filling up that bat box, shall we? So first of all, of course, you've got the generator, which I demoed earlier. However, this basically uses your coal or charcoal for creating your power, which isn't particularly ideal in some cases. So if we basically look at the uses for the generator, we can make water mills, basically utilizing water instead of coal. There's a windmill. You basically put this up high in the world, and it'll automatically create power for you. You can also use nuclear, which is actually quite advanced in the tech tree. So yeah, I'll definitely see about demoing that possibly at the end of our IC2 stuff. And there's geothermal, which utilizes lava, which is really cool. And then you've got solar panels, which utilizes the sun. So it's about time for some demos here. As you can see, I've got some of the energy generators here. I've basically got windmills, I've got solar panels, I've got a couple of different setups for water mills, and very good. I'll go ahead and start with our water mills. So first of all, our first setup, and the easiest way to do it, is to surround a water mill with water. So yeah, basically the water mill, it generates power based on however many blocks of water is around it. which is cool. Or you can basically set up our water mill here, right click on it, there's the interface, and then get yourself a water bucket, put it on the bottom there, and it'll fill up a buffer to go ahead and generate water in it. So yeah, very good stuff there. Now I think it's about time to empty this here bat box. Yeah, as you can see, at least with this, there's a little bit of a graphical thinger there to signify that, oh hey, there's stuff in the buffer. I need to empty stuff out there so that it'll actually utilize it. And now to empty our bat box, pretty easy stuff. Just take yourself a rechargeable battery, and there you go. That, are, of course, you can utilize machines. And that'll also empty out our bat box. Let's get a few of these. There we go. Okay. So, that. Time to make it daytime. Daytime, please. Thank you. And now for our solar panels. Basically, you just need to plop them down and you can forget about them. And they'll just they'll generate power during the day, not during the night, of course, simply because there's no sunlight. And now for a little bit of something different with the water mills over here. Basically set up quick manual water system, so it basically puts water buckets into the bottom slot of these here water mills, which is cool, but with BuildCraft pipes it's a little unstable. Basically what happens is occasionally you will actually drop the water buckets into the world, which we don't much like, because if you forget about this, then water buckets will go away, which is not cool. Yeah, I really miss having red power for this, because with red power it's a lot more stable. But that isn't in this particular mod pack, at least not yet. Anyway, moving on to our windmills up there. Okay, so with these windmills, basically what happens is it produces power basically based on the wind, and if there's anything obstructing it within a certain area, basically 4x4, 4 blocks on either side except for the bottom, which is actually 2 blocks, it will actually not produce as efficiently. And it's very much unstable, the power produced by the windmills, but it does produce power, so it's like, yeah, okay, sure. And I just have a bat box set up for storing the power, and yeah, it works a little bit. Good stuff. And yeah, I for one haven't used the windmills very much, simply because it is so unstable. But at least in light of the Feed the Beast mod pack, the solar panels are not nearly as feasible in here as the windmills are. Simply because the windmills, solar panels, yeah, solar panels actually use different mods to make them, whereas in the actual mod itself, it utilizes coal dust, which you can macerate, and electronic circuits, as well as glass. So yeah, a little bit easier in the actual mod. In this particular mod pack, that recipe is disabled, which is not cool, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. Yes, moving on. Now, if you recall correctly, while I was attempting to empty out this bat box, I utilized some of the rechargeable batteries. So one thing that you can do with those charged rechargeable batteries is utilize machines. So let's go ahead and grab us a quick machine. Let's go with a macerator. Sure. There's a macerator, and let's grab us an ore really quick. Gold. Sure. Okay, there is block of gold ore. Let's just plop down a macerator here. Perfect. In we go. Put in a rechargeable battery down the bottom, and put in our gold ore. And it'll actually utilize the power in the rechargeable battery for the macerator, which is really cool. And if we wait here just a second, we see that the gold ore, when it's done macerating, produces our 2 gold dust. So yeah, that's basically how that works. And you just smelt the gold dust and get your 2 gold ingots for that. So awesome stuff. Well, it's getting to be about that time to end the episode. So yeah, this was good stuff. If you liked the video, go ahead and just leave a like. Be good stuff. And with that, I'll go ahead and end the episode here. So yeah, next episode probably going to be the last, dealing with IndustrialCraft. Just going to get a little bit more. Yeah, basically any more in the mod beyond what I plan on doing on the next episode is not particularly the basics anymore. So yeah, that we will be moving on to another of the Feed the Beast mods once next episode is done. So yeah, definitely good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.